We could always, if you're in the car, do you have a conference call?
Yeah, I mean, he can go. I
Yeah, we
just-
could always call you in too from
I
the
got like a
conference room.
45
Okay.
minute drive.
Oh, great.
Hey.
Okay.
So,
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Good morning. We're today's mentors and tutors. I'm Rashil Patel, the CEO.
I'm Amir Fiz, the COO.
My name is Dil Patel, I'm the CMO.
I'm Ravi Thacker, I'm the CFO.
The problem is that underrepresented groups don't get the tutoring that they can receive because their parents either work long hours or they just don't have the access to get tutoring. Therefore, we're here, today's mentors and tutors, to give them the tutoring online and in person. Kids nowadays don't have the proper guidance to smoothly and effectively move from junior high school or elementary school to high school, and we're here to build that foundation because ultimately the foundation is built in those years. Parents don't have time to tutor their kids, and therefore we're able to go anywhere we're planning to go at any time to get this tutoring. More than 85% of the parents that we talked to in our problem interviews claim that their students required or wanted more tutoring in comparison to the other 15% who said they were satisfied.
So our solution is that we're going to provide students with access to tutors outside of school hours, and not only that, on their mentoring side, we're going to connect students to mentors to really see what their career path can be. We're going to provide face-to-face and online tutoring and mentoring at an efficient cost.
Let's take a look at some of our top competitors. Some of our top competitors include Princeton Reviews, which offers face-to-face tutoring and online tutoring, but this is only for high school students. Another one of our competitors is Kaplan, which also offers online tutoring only. There's also Kumon, which also offers face-to-face only, and Sullivan, which also offers face-to-face only.
What makes us different? As you can see, we just analyzed our competitors, and we can see that all of our competitors have either face-to-face tutoring, online tutoring, or a combination of both. But neither one of them have online tutoring, face-to-face, and a mentorship aspect. We feel as if students having a mentorship aspect extremely vital to their success, not only in high school and college, but their lives moving forward. Because let's face it, how many college students do we see entering their freshman and even sophomore years of college, not knowing what they truly want to do, not having a passion for something? And in high school, there's so many opportunities, so many doors, and variety of classes that someone can take in order to build their passion, just like the class that we're sitting here in right now. So that's where, and for the population of high school students who do have that passion for something, that's where our mentors come in. Having the mentor, having a previous or current professional in a high school student's passion or field of study, and having a mentor that can help them gain knowledge into their future professions and preparing themselves for what their future work life may be is what will ultimately bring success to that high school student.
And as Neil said, our UVP, one of the things that we admire is that we have Skype screen sharing, and through that we're able to work with students over Wi-Fi at any place, whether they be on vacation or in another state. And we're able to do this to provide tutoring to almost any student that wants it.
Why does our business fit into today's market? Taking a look at this graph, it demonstrates that over 53% of online tutors have stayed with online tutoring for more than 3+ years, demonstrating that not only is online tutoring becoming an extremely conventional way of tutoring, but due to its convenience and the day in and day out of technological advancements, that online tutoring is going to continue to be on an increase. Taking a look at our total addressable market and our serviceable addressable market, according to the National Center of Educational Statistics, over 56.6 million students are in elementary and secondary schools, which would make our total addressable market of that very same number. But starting out as a business, we want to make sure that we're extremely accessible to our neighboring area, which is why we came down to the serviceable addressable market as 15,289 students. However, even though as a startup we are focusing on our neighboring area, moving forward, because we've had a few clients out of state, so moving forward in our business we are looking to branch out and expand our service nationwide.
Our pricing strategy. We plan on using an anchor pricing strategy because according to our MVP and the results we got from the survey, many of our clients claimed that they like the subscription-based model. So as of right now, our 4 options for our customers are 4 hours a month at $39.99 per month, 8 hours a month at $114.99 per month, 16 hours per month, which would be at $224.99 per month, and it could be a pay-as-you-go, so per session, which is 1 hour, $22.99. We came to these prices after asking what our clients would be willing to pay, and basically almost all of them, or nearly the majority of them, said that they would be willing to pay in between $15 and $25. So we came and put those prices together and came to a conclusion of $22.99 per session. A little bit about our pricing and how long our sessions are. Each session is about 1 hour, and for each option, for the 4 hours a month, it'd be one session per week. 8 hours a month would be 2 sessions per week, and the 16 hours a month would be 4 sessions a week. How we tested our MVP. So we connected with parents who said that their students needed tutoring based off of our problem interview. And we used that, and we had 16 clients, and we tutored 37 kids. Out of the 16 clients, about half of them said that they would be willing to get reoccurring tutoring, continuing the tutoring sessions after our MVP was over. So how we marketed to our customer segment was through these flyers. We developed these flyers, one for our tutors and one for the parents who would get the tutoring, and we put them in neighboring areas and had success through those. So basically, the easiest way to get the MVP testing done was putting this tutoring Google form on our website, Today's Mentors and Tutors. And we basically did this by implementing a push button where as long as you press the Get Tutoring button, it directly takes you to the website, and you easily put out all your information, and we contact them to get the tutoring. We found that not many people were aware of our website at first, but as soon as we got the flyers out and word of mouth got around, we were having a few clients.
So when we did our MVP, we wanted to know what subjects our users would be most willing to get help in, and majority of them said math, and nobody wanted to be tutored in history. So I think we can really focus our tutoring into those specific areas and try to be a service and give to what the students need instead of just providing everything. We asked the students how satisfied they were with our service, and most of them said that they were completely satisfied. And for the few parents that said that it was not perfect, they said it was not perfect because the students might get off task, or they might start playing with anything nearby. And to solve that problem, we're looking to start with face-to-face tutoring to really establish a good connection with the students, so that they know the importance of the tutor. When we asked how helpful we were, most of them again said that we really helped them we really helped them develop our fundamental education, and we really gave them an experience that they never had.
So we asked them how also they learned about our tutoring service, and a majority of them said the website, which was crucial because we used our MVP funds to create this website and have a domain on it to make it a .com website rather than a Weebly website. So we used this website and marketed it out to our customers, and they really seemed to like the website, and it was as simple as telling another friend or a relative, hey, go check out today's mentorsandtutors.com, and you'll be able to tutor your kid. So just as simple as that, we were able to use our MVP funds to develop a marketing strategy and pitch out to our customer segment, which was parents and many other people. A lot of them said that they were willing to recommend our service to a friend or colleague. The few people that didn't exactly love the tutoring was because we were unable to keep their students on task. And we feel that having that first interaction meeting when they initially sign up for tutoring would be great for building that connection with the students. And as long as the tutor and the student build that connection, I think that going on to future sessions would be very crucial and beneficial to the student, as they know that, oh, this is my tutor, I'm getting tutoring here, and the student can make the best out of it as well. A lot of our customers, like I said earlier, were willing to continue getting tutoring. Out of the 16 people that did respond to our survey, almost 8 or 9 of them said that they would continue to use our tutoring service even if the prices went up, which is crucial because this means that as long as we continue our business, they're also willing to be by our side and be our early adopters in this business. So what do we learn? How do we improve? We learned that we can open our market to the entire US because through our MVP experiment, we learned that many people are actually willing to get tutoring from out of state as well. In fact, we had one of our clients from Dallas, and this was extremely crucial because we didn't even think this was an option, but over Skype screen share, we were able to speak to them and tutor them, and they seemed to like the service. So at this point, we learned that, oh wow, we can open our market to the entire United States and not just our neighboring areas, which was crucial to us as well. Our target audience continues to be parents, and high school students also want tutoring. However, at the moment, we're still focusing on elementary school students and junior high school students. Our Powtoon video was also extremely effective in marketing because it was on our landing page. So when someone goes on todaysmentorsandtutors.com, the first thing they see is that Powtoons video. And as long as they click on the Powtoon video, they're convinced that they want tutoring because that Powtoon video does a great job of explaining that a student's foundation is built in those early years, and building that foundation is crucial at this time.
What else did we learn? We learned that many middle school and elementary school students don't really get that much homework, so we were going to use this thing called Brain Quest workbooks, and they come for different grades and different levels of knowledge and different subjects and stuff. We also learned that people like anchor price strategies better than just a flat fee, and we also want to use that Skype screen sharing to help them when it's online tutoring.
One of the other things that we were looking to invest into was IXL. IXL is a program online which you can sign up for, and it basically tracks the student's progress. We thought that it would be a great idea because it's also online. However, as of right now, we're looking in Brain Quest workbooks because they're extremely effective, and we can assign homework so that they have something to do, and that parents are getting the results that they want, and it's not just, oh, we're just tutoring. So now it's basically helping them out of the tutoring session as well and school, so it's like an extracurricular activity almost.
So our revenue is based solely on the number of students tutored and maybe pay-per-click. We're using a service-based revenue model, and with our records, we plan on attaining about 125 subscribers in the first year.
Each month we're planning on increasing at least 2 clients, and the cost of goods sold are pretty much all from our cost of labor. So it'd be the tutors that are tutoring. So as you can see, our service unit price when we initially started was $20. When we thought about starting was $20, and then the cost of goods sold was $11.50. So our gross margin was $8.50 for 42%. So pretty much the profit we were making was 42% off of each client. And we thought this was a good number. However, after doing more research and putting more work into it, we learned that the price can be jumped up to $22.99. Our 5-year summary is year 1, our revenue would be $21,760. And as you can see, throughout the years, we're growing and growing. So the numbers next to the initial numbers of 21,760, 37,862, 70,045, $130,000 and 984, and 246,251. So those are our revenues, and then next to them are our profits. So as you can see, our profits are increasing as long as we increase clients every month.
Moving on to our SG&A, or otherwise known as our recurring costs monthly, we're going to be spending $300 on a monthly basis for our marketing regarding our flyers and our Facebook and Instagram promotions, and we're also going to be doing a Skype business account, which is $24, and a website hosting for $42 per month, which enhances features for our website. So it would make our total SG&A cost monthly up to a total of $366. And moving on to our capital request, we are asking for, our cost breakdown is through copyright and trademark costs, marketing costs, our BrainQuest workbooks, salaries for our tutors, liquidity cushion, technology, and our insurance, making our final cost up to $10,500.
So the beautiful thing about this is that through marketing costs, we have a chance of making money back through pay-per-click. And additionally to that, some of the things that we asked for were technology and insurance. Something we learned during our MVP experiment was that putting out flyers in places like dental clinics or places that are privately owned, that they didn't want to put us to put our flyers there because they're also liable for our business. So having that insurance, the first question they asked when I asked was, can I put my flyers here so that I can get my business going, was, do you have insurance on it? And unfortunately at the time we didn't, so we said no, and we were unable to put our flyers at those various locations that were privately owned. So if we have insurance, we believe that we're able to put them in other places which would be able to generate more people into our business. The technology factor is computers for our tutors. We believe that not everyone may have a computer, and having a computer for our Skype screen sharing will also be vital. Another thing we were also considering was having an iPad for the students. Just having that base for something that they can work on when they're getting in-person tutoring if BrainQuest workbooks don't work out for them, was having an iPad and tutoring them through iExcel. Our salaries for tutors were $2,000 just to get started as a part of our startup costs, and our marketing cost once again was $2,500 because we were planning on investing in Facebook ads, because in today's society one of the major things that actually are able to market out to parents is Facebook ads. And we've seen that not only with many other successful businesses, and we were trying to implement that into ours. We've seen that like many times you're on Facebook, you're just scrolling and you see an ad, and then it's as simple as you click on it, and then many times it's just you see it over and over again. And then you're like, hey, maybe do I need this? And you just research more on it. And sometimes we can put a deal on there like, hey, like your first session of tutoring can be free. And if you put that on Facebook and parents see that, they're gonna be like, oh, and if they like our service the first time, they'll be continuing to use our service. As we come to an end, I'd like to thank Dr. Largo and Mr. Canais and our mentor, Lori Corrigan, for assisting us through our MVP experiment, and we'd like to thank the investors earlier this year for giving us our MVP funds to register our website and use that website to gain experience, a great time, and be able to work on our business. So thank you for that.
Quick question on that, Rob. Your mentor or the instructors are who? You guys?
The tutors?
Isn't that?
Yeah. So as of right now, it was us. We have a team of 6 tutors right now, and all of them are volunteering for our MVP experiment.
Okay.
And is it, you mentioned salaries, is it a salaried position, or is it more of like an Uber model where?
It's like a part-time job, kind of, not exactly, but so it pretty much depends on how many people they tutor. So if the tutors tutor a student multiple times, then they get money directly from the student.
To add on to your question, we're looking to give, we're looking to push the tutors to come back and really work hard with the kids, because eventually we want to give the tutors mentoring, and we want to like really create a system of connection between tutoring and mentoring, so the tutors can tutor the children and get mentoring at the same time. And so it'll cut down on a lot of costs, and it'll give the tutors what they want.
And the beautiful thing about mentoring was that many of these individuals are willing to volunteer their time, and so we don't have to pay them anything. It's more that they're willing to mentor
It's like giving
these kids
back.
for free.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like giving back to the community.
What was great that you found out was that you didn't need to go ahead and just concentrate on the area, the neighbors here, but it opened it up because you're online anyhow, right?
Yeah.
So having a customer or client come from Dallas was a great kind of awakening for you,
Yeah.
which really will broaden your market considerably. I was a little confused with when you did your MVP, how
Yeah.
many actual students did you tutor?
We tutored 37 students. I can go back to the slide.
So if you tutored 37 students,
Yeah.
and I consistently saw like 16 clients.
Yeah.
So you had multiple children in a family. Is that what that
Yeah.
was?
Mhm.
So the 16 clients are, we have 16 households.
Yeah.
We have 37 students,
Mhm.
right? But it's this 37 students that are your clients, right? I mean, I understand that there's 16 households, but the pay actually comes from 37, not 16. Is that right?
Yeah, it comes from 37, except some of this, like the number 16 actually came from like the people that replied to our survey. We
Yes.
actually gave it out to all 37 people, and we
Yeah.
wanted them to fill out different student ones.
Yes.
But some households just sent in one, and they're like, oh, there you go, because not many people were willing to get back to us in time. And as we came to the end of our MVP experiment, we decided to have like them fill out right after their tutoring session was ended. So that's where we got so the 16 clients that we're getting at are people that replied to our survey, as well as some are from the same household.
Yeah.
So I'd say that that's where we get the 16 clients from. But in total, we got 37 hours of tutoring.
Yeah. So
out
you
there.
go ahead.
I think you're gonna say the same thing, but so the number of students that those responses represent should be what you're conveying in your number for the responses, for the satisfaction rate, so on and so forth. Do yourself a favor. I mean, the fact is, if I'm responding on behalf of 3 kids and you
Yeah.
only count me as one,
Mhm.
the reality is I count as 3.
Yeah.
I'm responding on behalf of all 3 of the kids that you tutored for me.
For sure.
So,
It looks way better
Yeah.
that you have 37 than you have 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so it's not really 16 clients. It's maybe just a word choice.
Yeah.
You know, you might have had 16 respondents.
Yeah.
You know, but you really have 37
But yeah,
customers,
yeah,
right?
customers, yeah.
So it's just a bit confusing there. Now,
Yeah.
what we also like to see
Mhm.
is you've tutored 37 kids. One was from Dallas.
Yeah.
How much did you charge?
It was actually free.
Why?
Because we found out that initially when we were charging, not many people wanted it because we weren't experienced and we were basically just at the bottom, and like we practically, in their eyes, we didn't really know anything, and then
Uh-huh.
we were just young kids from high school, like trying to start a business.
Yeah.
So then we decided to do it for free just because it was an MVP experiment, and that we wanted to see results, and like wanted to see if they were willing to continue the service and if it was even effective at this
How
point.
many participants were willing to continue the service?
We had eight of the people that responded were willing to continue, so we have about, I want to say approximately 17 students.
Yeah. So I'd want to see
Mhm.
actual revenue being generated.
Yeah.
And then that becomes exciting because now it's proof of concept.
Mhm.
Now I understand that you theorized what you're going to do,
Yeah.
but now you're actually collecting money, which means you're actually providing a value,
Mhm.
right? So that would be really super powerful also.
Yeah.
Then you said you had some sort of a Powtown video.
A Powtoon video. Yeah.
Powtoon video, right? Where's that?
It's on our. We can actually. Do you mind if we?
Yeah, do you want
show our
to see it?
website?
Yeah, what would have been great is like, you know, even if you make it 30 seconds, 60 seconds,
Yeah.
whatever it is, if it is as powerful as you say it is,
It's actually, if you go on our slide.
What's on your side?
Yeah. It's like. Just click on it.
What's on the website? Okay.
right, then that would be super powerful, right?
Yeah.
Because you said that this is how a lot of people signed up.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you tired of being up late at night with no motivation to finish a math problem? Do you find yourself struggling to gain knowledge into your future career?
Okay, can you just pause that real quick?
Well, look no further. Today's mentors and tutors.
So that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's part of your presentation.
Mhm.
You don't not show that.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna be you're smiling because what?
Well, I had the
Oh,
discussion with them about
Yeah.
maybe
I had, like,
about
it
letting
was
them do the
literally-
presentation
Yeah.
part of it, as opposed to. I mean, I felt that they were going to hit on this in all their videos.
This is 50
And-
seconds, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But I will say that you guys just letting you know clocked in at 18, so I was worried about them getting it in
Oh yeah,
around the 12.
I'll give you some
So-
hints on what you did
Okay.
that you ought not
Yeah.
do in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
You ought not go ahead and tell me what all the numbers are.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like it's $11,968.58. The next column shows it's
Yeah.
if you go down that, man, you just wasted 30 seconds
Yeah.
of my
Yeah.
time because I'm not really interested in you showing me numbers that I'm already looking at,
Yeah.
right?
I'll take the
And-
brunt of the blame on that
So
one.
I mean, you
yeah.
could definitely break out. I mean, like take some out that you don't need,
Yeah.
and bring in something that you do need. But this kind of a thing from at least a district level
Mhm.
is super powerful
Yeah.
because it's almost like it's really weird. It's all in presentation.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go through detail on that. I'll talk to you later about it. But presentation's key, right? And you have to go ahead and show some sort of third-party credibility.
Mhm.
You've got a lot of it.
Yeah.
You've got 37 students that went ahead and went through it. I would have preferred to see if they paid for it,
Yeah.
right? But since they did, now you explain that away.
Yeah.
So, and don't say that they weren't willing to pay for it because
Yeah.
at that point I don't really care that you're young and that you're students and that you want to present yourselves as the experts in this field.
Yeah.
It's not because we're new and we're green behind the gills.
Yeah.
We're actually going to go ahead and knock this thing out of the park.
Mhm.
We're great. We just elected to have more participants, and we knew that we could have more by providing the first go around at our expense.
Yeah.
But the next go around, and I'll show you right now, 17 students are going to actually sign up for it.
Yeah.
And we already collected this amount of money.
Mhm.
Powerful,
Yeah.
right? But this I feel is, I think 50 seconds worth
You wrote the same thing.
could have been, like you told me
Yeah.
that this thing was, knocked out of the park, but you never even showed it to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
That's just a little bit of insight. The other one is when you went into, and it was like, you showed like your website, and then you showed all these different areas. Can you go back to that slide?
Hit the escape button on the top left, guys.
Did you think that it would be pretty powerful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I
At what
didn't
point,
look-
can I ask you what point, just for them, do you think it would be valuable to put it at the very beginning,
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
introduction?
start it
out.
Lead with it?
Yeah.
Lead
Hi,
with
I'm blah, 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 blah. You go through who your introductions are,
Yeah.
and you say, we are, and I love today's mentors and tutors. I like your, you've got your logo there, but I can't,
Yeah, they
maybe
do.
I can't see
yes.
that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
Well,
do
you guys have
today's-
your new logo.
Did you change
Yeah.
the logo?
Correct.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
they
The
did.
new one you threw up.
Yeah.
That
It
was
was a
nice.
diamond. at the
Yes.
beginning. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So that would help me out a little bit too.
Yeah.
But I believed you. When you went up there and you started the presentation, you go, hey, we're today's mentors and tutors. And I'm looking at you guys, I'm thinking, okay, did you believe that? I believe that you were today's mentors and tutors. Now explain it to me.
Mhm.
Now kick it into gear and give me the problem, your solution, and start working on some of the other things. And then come back into it and just prove to me that the things that I just saw were true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But if you go back to that one slide
Yeah, no
that
problem.
talks about like website and that sort of thing, that was the last part. You didn't get them from the website. Nobody knew about your website, right?
Yeah.
No, you gotta
was
go.
that the end?
No, it's like kind of in the beginning. You're showing me how they found out about you.
It was 15. Keep on. Right there.
No.
Keep going. Oh, the
Right,
graph?
right, yeah.
This one?
There, yeah.
Oh,
okay. Okay. So you say 56.3% found out about us because of our website.
Yeah.
How'd they know about your website?
Through the flyers. Oh,
So
yeah.
it wasn't 56.3% knew about you because of your website.
Yeah.
56.3% were directed into you from some sort of, I think it's a flyer.
Yeah, it was like a combination of everything. It was like word of mouth and flyers.
Yeah, sure, but the
Yeah.
flyer, okay, they didn't find out about you from the website. I
Mhm.
knew that for sure because they
Yeah.
don't know about the website. And then you were telling me about these flyers really being kind of good.
Yeah.
But then I'm seeing this graph and I'm seeing that the purple section for the flyer is so small, but it's not true.
Yeah.
The purple, you know what I mean? So that has to be redone, you know?
Yeah.
I think the responses need to be redone because it's like 37 students that we
Yeah.
tutored. Here's what we found from that. And then they found us from, I think probably most was the flyer.
Yeah.
But then we've also had referrals from friends and family and
Mhm.
that sort of thing, which is also like a portion, but it's not, the website is not, shouldn't even be on there.
Oh yeah. See, the thing with this one was these came directly from the parents. So it's like whatever the parents said on the Google form was directly displayed on this. So if the parents put in
Okay, but
website,
hold on a second.
yeah.
Did they type that in?
yeah,
Okay, I got it.
yeah. So whatever they put in, we just took those results and then put them on here. So everything that you see here is what the parents said themselves.
Yes.
And we can show you the survey too if you'd like to see. It's like
Yeah.
it's
So-
like a
So
bar.
this is a 1 to 5, rate me on 1 to 5 how helpful we were, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had all 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Do you see anything negative about having all 4s and 5s? If you would have given me all 5s, I would have just said, yeah, you're nonsensical.
Yeah.
No one gives all 5s,
Mhm.
right? But you got 4s and 5s, that's huge.
Yeah.
So it's like our 4s were this, but don't make it sound like your 4s were bad.
Yeah.
4s are outstanding. Hey, we just started out, we got all 4s and 5s. Nobody gave us a 1, 2, or 3.
Mhm.
That's huge, right?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So be more positive. Don't tell me that a 4 is bad, but you can tell me what you learned.
Yeah.
And what we learned was these kids were being distracted,
Yeah.
right? So that they were doing other things. The parents said, you know what, if my kid wasn't as distracted, they would have got more out of the tutoring. Hey, that's cool. One way that we're going to solve that obstacle, overcome it,
Yeah.
is X.
Mhm.
But man, we got all 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Mhm.
Tell me that a startup company gets all 4s and 5s. Nobody does.
No.
So if you really did legitimately get all 4s and 5s, that was huge. And then I think the next one, if you go back, like, no, yeah. How satisfied with your service?
Yeah, I think the same people that put the 4s for the must have put the same thing
Right.
for that.
So
yeah.
get rid of the 4 response, the 12 responses, because I'm like more like, 25% of people,
Yeah.
75% of
Yeah.
people, and here at the 37 students,
Mhm.
So that's really cool. But
Yeah.
again, you got all 4s and 5s.
Mhm.
And the fact that they had the same exact, is it really believable?
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would believe that. Do you have anything on that?
No, I agree with all that. You don't want to, you want to leverage all of the positive information in your presentation that you
Yeah.
can about the experience you created. So again, instead of 16 responses, 37 students, to Jim's point.
Yeah.
And
For
I
sure.
don't mind,
Mhm.
as a matter of fact, I prefer it as an investor. I call it like you're showing them everything, right?
Yeah.
Tell me the good and the bad.
Mhm.
Be proud of the fact that we had some bad.
Yeah.
Because a bad means a pivot, right?
Mhm.
So one of the things was you thought you were going to go ahead and market this thing to all my neighboring, hey, we're going to start in the high schools, we're going to start putting flyers out, all this stuff. Hey, that's great, right?
Yeah.
But what we found was, and we pivoted from that we're going to get a lot of these customers because the market's much larger outside of our area.
Yeah.
Right? So that was kind of cool. And then again, your time is valuable.
Yeah.
So how much time did you invest in it already?
Yeah.
Like mentoring wise, and this is how we're going to pay our people. And I think your unique value proposition was mostly on the mentoring side
Yeah.
because you already have a lot of these other tutoring companies.
Yeah. In addition to that, it was like, I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning of our thing, it was, so when we first started, it was like the Uber of tutoring,
Yes.
where you can get it anytime, anywhere.
Yes.
But we felt that with like the supplies we had and like the number of people we knew, that we weren't able to like contact people out of state, so it was like 24/7.
Yes.
But as we move forward, like one of our UVP is that like as long as you have Wi-Fi and that you like, as long as you have Wi-Fi, then you can practically get tutoring anywhere at any time. So if
Yeah.
it's like 11 p.m. and you have Wi-Fi, like you're good. So that was one of our UVP as well.
Yes.
And we wanted to implement that like in the near future, but at the time, since our resources didn't allow us to, that was our current UVP.
Yeah, understandable. But
Yeah.
it is proof of concept still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's cool. Congratulations. I thought that was a great presentation.
Yeah, it was. You guys were very thorough.
Thank
It
you.
was,
Yeah.
you did a good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
For sure. No, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Good job.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys want to head in the conference room then? Okay.